So now, the very first thing that I want you guys to pay attention is, once you start your mobile detailing business, you won't really know how much it costs you to run your business. I'm gonna label the things that I want you to pay attention to, and I'm gonna break them down a little bit. Squad, it's your boy E, back at it again with another dope, legendary video. And today I am back with another mobile detailing video. Now, I've been asked this question so many times, and I could not wait to answer this question for you. The question that I've been asked is how much it costs to run a mobile detailing business. So now, if you want to run your business effectively, right, and you want to make sure that you're making profits every month and so on and so forth, in this video, I'm about to break down for you how much it costs to run my mobile detailing business, and maybe might find an idea or two on based on how I run my personal detailing business and how I could make the profit that I made, which I'm going to break down again a little further in this video. If you are one of the people who wanted to know how much it costs to run your mobile detailing besides how much it costs to start the mobile detailing business, well, this video is for you. And if you are new to this channel, my name is Eli. I do cool car review and show you again how to start your own mobile detailing business that can potentially make about $5,000 to $7,000 a month. If you don't believe me, stay tuned in this video, and I'm about to break down how you can make $5,000 to $10,000 a month with your mobile detailing business. With that being said, you guys, let's dive right into this video. Let's dive right into this video. Anyway. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about how much it costs to run a mobile detailing business. Hypothetically thinking that you already have your equipment and you already have all the equipment, the VIN, and everything's already set up. You might even get to the insurance part where you insure your vehicles and you already have your tag ready to drive. So now you don't really know how to budget yourself because you don't know what is the first month going to be like, the expense, how much it costs to run that business. So now a lot of you see videos about, how to make, your mobile detailing business, how to get the equipment, how to set them up. Now they don't really tell you what's going to come in the back end. Well, that's where this video comes to solve that issue for you, where I'm helping you thinking 1,000 miles away about things that might come along the way that you wasn't expecting. So now when you're running your mobile detailing business, you need to know exactly how much it costs you for that month. Because for the very first month, you have no clients, no one knows you yet, don't really know your service. So now you are fresh, you are new in the market. So now the very first thing that you need to think about is how much it's going to run you for your insurance. So it all depends if you have a commercial vehicle or if you have a private car. It all depends on what you have. But for sure, you will need insurance to drive in the street because by the state requirement, you need to have a PIP, at least coverage, on your car to operate your vehicle in the street. So now if you have your equipment and you have your car, I personally would recommend you to have a full coverage insurance, because in case if anything happened, that the insurance will pay for your car and would cover any damage. So now you need to pay for your insurance. So now you need to think about how much it's going to cost you every month to keep that insurance going. That's the number one expense. The second expense that you need to think about is how much it will cost you to put fuel in your car, to put fuel in the equipment, because some of the equipments, like I have a pressure washer and a generator, they use fuel. So I need to know exactly how much it's going to cost me for that specific month to fuel up these equipments in my car as well. So that is a budget. A lot of you guys make a mistake by just putting gas in your car, thinking just me putting gas in my car, but it is an expense. And at the end of the day, these number adds up. And if you don't calculate your money properly, you may end it up, losing in a way. And the third thing that I want you to think about is how much it would cost you to refill up your chemicals, as far as soap, shampoos, and Armor All for the tires and things like that. So you don't know how much a chemical you're going to be using for that specific month. So now you need to be very specific and you're controlling everything you use. That way you can figure out exactly how much you use for a month and how much it would cost you to keep refilling your chemicals to keep your business running healthy. And the fifth thing that I want to talk about is it's pretty much your schedule. Your schedule, it is an expense. If it costs you $2,000, $3,000 to run that business, and you're not working as many or as much hours to cover for the expense and also make some profit where you can eat, you're going to be exactly burning yourself out. And then the last thing that I want to mention is, which, like I said again, is a give or take. It may not be the same thing. It may not be your situation, but since you're dealing with a mechanical vehicle, so things can always go wrong, and you need to have a little budget on the side in case if anything happened to the car. Now you're not troubling, you're not worried about how I'm going to fix the starter, how I'm going to fix the AC that breaks down, I'm going to fix this and that. And now the fact that you cannot use the car, now you're not making money, now your business stopped. So you need to be able to have a little budget on the side that can help you to fix any equipment that might break down, or if your car breaks down by any chance. All of these are expenses that people don't think about, but you need to know about all these things. That way you can budget yourself. You can spend a healthy month making sure you're making the money. So if you can't put gas in your car, you can't pay for the insurance, and then you buy for $4,000 or $400 or $500 worth of chemical, and you're not making enough money to refill back your chemical to run the following month, again, you're burning yourself out. And that's where I talk about the profit, I talk about the investment and the return and your profit. And if you don't know these things and you jump into a business, I can tell you're making a very bad mistake. All right, now about the insurance. So now it's all depends on the state that you live in, and also it's all depends on the vehicle that you're trying to insure. So there's not a number that I can give you exactly to tell you how much you're going to be paying for your car. Like I said again, it all depends on the states, it all depends on the car that you're trying to insure. And the third thing is, it all depends on what type of coverage you're trying to have on your car. If you're trying to have like the tow, if you're trying to have the roadside assistance, and there are different things you can have when you get an insurance. But let's say if you just want to get the basic full coverage with at least a $500 deductible or $1,000 deductible. So for an event like this, it costs easily to insure a car like that, which is a commercial event actually. It costs about somewhere around like $250 to $300. A lot of you might be saying, oh man, it cost me $100, it cost me $80 to insure my car. Why does it cost you this much? Hey, it all depends on the state that you live in, the driving record of the person, and a lot of things involved, which this number can fluctuate. So now for the gas, again, it falls under what type of car you have, how much gas car burn, how many cylinder do you have. So let's say if you're trying to talk about a 4-cylinder to a 6-cylinder, which seems to be a more reasonable engine that won't burn a lot of gas, I would say maybe another, again, budget yourself out of $300 a month. I would say max 4. And again, if your gas, like me in South Florida, is about $3 a gallon, so easily you can burn about $400 or $500 a month for gas. And especially if you're trying to wash at least 10 cars a day minimum. And again, it all depends on what type of wash. Some wash take longer than the other. You might wash 3 cars, 5 cars that day. Sometimes you might wash 10 cars if you just get the basic car wash again. So that's another $800 to $900 you just spend right there again, just to run the gas and the insurance for your mobile detailing business. And the third thing that I had mentioned earlier was how much it costs you to refill up your chemicals for that month. Again, it all depends on how much you use, how many cars you wash for that week, for that month. And that number again can change anytime. It's at a solid number. Like me, I have bought a big gallon of degreaser, big gallon of soap, big gallon of wax, and towels and foams, liquids, and a lot of things that I've bought, which again, I did the video for that. If you want to see what type of equipment that I have in my mobile detailing business, go watch that video. I will link it somewhere in this video. You can click it after this video. So now this number can change, but roughly, if I want to give you like a rough estimate of how much something like this would cost you, it's about it's about somewhere, $200 to $300. This all depends on how much you want to refill your refill your chemicals. And again, you guys, that's my number that I'm talking about. Is not your number, but I'm giving you like a rough estimate of what to think of. I'm giving you something to think of when you're starting your car or your mobile detailing business. That way you don't get surprised. So now, so once you refill up, your equipment and your water again. So me, I get to fill the water somewhere where I won't have to pay for it, but some of you may have to pay for it again. I don't know how much they're gonna charge you per gallon or how they charge you to fill up your tank, but I have a water tank that can carry over 500 gallon. A lot of you saying, how come your water tank can hold about 500 gallon? Yeah, I have a huge water tank, which I had showed you guys again. So it can carry a lot of water. It takes me a good hour or 45 to an hour to fill up that tank, but I don't fill it all the way up, because when I fill the tank up, it make the car tip on one side a little bit, which feels a little bit scary. So I don't fill it all the way up. I filled it where it would probably last me about a month, because my water tank would last me about a month, washing cars, at least 8 to 10 cars a day for 6 days. So which is pretty, pretty much what I pay for my equipment. And the other thing that I want to mention real quick is if you might run into some issues with the car. Like I said again, you have a mechanical car, your AC might stop working, your starter might burn, something might happen to it, and you need to be able to cover for any expenses. Not that I say that your car will break down every month, but like I said again, if you're dealing with cars for a long time, you get the idea what I'm trying to say. So now, the last thing that I had mentioned earlier was your schedule. So your schedule would really help with the amount that you can make with your mobile detailing business. Is how many days you're willing to work, and how many hours within that day that you're willing to work. So that can really make a big difference in your margin and your numbers. So let's talk about at least the minimum detailing cost. Let's say for that day, if you can pull your calculator in front of you as well. So let's say for that day, I have $35 car wash, and it cost me $35. It would cost a customer $35 to get a car wash from me. So let's say if I can get me at least let's say 7 detail for that day. Like I'm hustling. I wake up 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning until 6. I can get me let's say 8 or 7 $35 detailing. Let's just put it 7, right? So let's say if I time that by 7 here on 35 times 7. So pretty much for that day, I just made me $245. That's just for 7 cars at $35. Sometimes you might have a customer that's gonna ask for a shampoo, like a full detail car wash, which again jump into the $50, $60, $100 margin. So again, for my basic detail, which is shampoo the carpets, shampoo the seats. If you're gonna get the shampoo the seats, that's like $80 for shampoo the seats and wash your engine and go in details throughout the car. Let's see if I could catch me 2 or 3 of that during the day. So which again, that might take a little bit more hours to clean. That might shorten my number of $35 wash that I can get. Let's say hypothetically thinking that I get 2 of them. So pretty much that's $80 per. So pretty much for the 2, I got me $160 for the 2. Let's say time the plus this by 2, $145 that I made off of the other one. So pretty much for that day, you just made yourself $405. So now this number might change. You might make way more money than that. Like I said again, I'm talking about small numbers for small detailing company or people that just made that just off of one wash. $400 off of one wash. You might be saying, what am I doing that is wrong? Well, we can get to that later one, but let's just talk about these small numbers for now. So you just made yourself $405, right? Let's say if you can manage to do this for a week, and you can get this a minimum for a week, right? Let's say 6 days out of the week, or let's just put 5 days out of the week. Let's just even give 2 days that you didn't work, or those 2 days you didn't make as many wash for that day, right? Let's just time this by 5 days. So pretty much for that week, right? If it could make you 400 and some dollars for that week, you just made you $2,025 just for that week. And I'm talking about 5 days only. Let's just say you can do this 4 times a week, which is every week you do the same thing, $2,000. If you time this by 4, pretty much you just made yourself $8,100. You might be saying, how did we get this number so quick? Well, it's just small numbers. Numbers don't lie. There's no magic. It don't matter what language you speak. So now, so what you're gonna need to do is, you don't make profit of $8,000. So now you're gonna have to break down everything that you spend to get the van running for that month. It's gonna be gas, it's going to be insurance, it's gonna be refill up your equipment, and God forbid if any equipment breaks, something happened to it, you're gonna need to replace that equipment as soon as possible. Let's just say that for the very first month, everything is going good. Your equipment are brand new, just like mine's are. You don't have any issues with your equipment. So for that month, you just got you $8,000, right? So $8,000 for that month, and you're gonna need to cover all the expenses. Let's say for the insurance, gas. Let's just say that you spend about $2,000 to get the van going. So pretty much you at $6,100, right? So now you pretty much pay yourself, because mind you, you work, you have bills. I don't know how much you're willing to pay yourself. I don't know if you're more caring about pushing the business until the business can pay you. A lot of you guys don't figure this out, where you're trying to figure out if the business can really pay you what you really need to get paid, or what you feel like you should get paid from the business. But if you are your own, if you own your business and you're the guy who's running it, so you can, the number can change. But let's say if you pay yourself, because you gotta eat, you gotta pay your bills, there's nothing else that's gonna give you money but your business. So let's say if you pay yourself at least $3,000 for that month, and again, that's a small number, so pretty much you left off with $3,000. I want to break down for you guys how to get this customer, how to make sure that you get at least 7 wash a day and 2 shampoo. You might be saying, this seems to be impossible. You can't really plan out your day, or some days you're gonna go out there, you're not gonna get no wash. Well, I can tell you that you're marketing yourself wrong. You have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have so many platforms where you can advertise your company. Send text to family member, go to churches, go to mobile detailing, go to dealerships, go to apartment complex, pass out your business card and stuff. I can guarantee you're not gonna tell me you spend a day without washing at least 1 car. You got to be doing something wrong. We out here, man, just chilling. It's a beautiful view up here, man. Ain't no better place to wash cars where nobody is bothering you. Right after you're done, you could go straight down there and have a good time in the pool. Ain't that crazy, you guys? I love the beauty, I love the view, I love the sight. It's beautiful. I mean, let's get back to some more mobile detailing tips. All right, quickly, I want to answer a couple questions that I've read in the comment box in one of my videos. The very first question that I've seen that you guys left for me is, how did I secure my water tank? As you can see, I have a lot of water in this tank right here, but I put this strap here that I hooked up to on the side of the car. Let me see if I can show it to you. Right here, if you can notice, this is where I hook it up in the back on the car on the side. I think someone put this in there. I bought the van like this. I don't know if it comes with it from the manufacturer or if the previous owner put this in there, but I have this hooked up to the water tank, and all the way on the other side, let me show you. Boom, on that side right there. So now this water tank is not going anywhere, trust me, not going anywhere. So now the second question that I've asked was, how do I fill my water tank? So pretty much if you look up here, there's a hole up here, and this is the cover for the top, so that way dirt don't fall on the top. So I use a garden hose. From back here. I back the car up, and I use the water hose all the way to the water tank. So now I found my water somewhere for free. that I don't have to pay for it, but I'm not quite sure if you will need somewhere that can provide you the water and then pay for it. But quick update on the equipment that I have. I've yet to buy the extractor, but I've been using different tools. But this is the same pressure washer that I've been using here, and my generator again, which on the side, my cable, my water pump set up back here, and then pretty much all of the stuff that I use my extension cable, you know, to vacuum the cars, and all my soap right here. I have some more in the back, but like I had mentioned again, this is my the greaser. So when I open this part here to pour into the bottle, that's where I've been wasting a lot of the greasers. So now I would advise you to buy, which I bought one already somewhere inside, when you're pouring your degreaser into these bottles right here. So you might end up wasting a lot of degreasers. So that again might run you a little bit more money on the monthly basis because you didn't make good use of your chemicals. So and here again, that's where I use all the pads, you know, the buckets for my soap. I have a rinsing bucket, and I have this little rolling thing to allow me to move efficiently, you know, as quick as possible, moving fast. And this is where I put all the brushes for the tires and things like that in there. So pretty much, you guys, it's a very nice business. It's easy to run, but you just got to know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, you might end up losing money pretty quick. Trust me. If you don't know what you're doing and you invest a lot of money in there, you might be ended up losing money faster than you thought that you would lose money. But what I wanted to say is there's some more information that I want to share with you guys if you're starting your mobile detailing business. And these terminology, you need to understand them in order for you to know exactly how to move forward. That would give you the right energy also to hustle the right way to get your money back 100%. So when you make an investment, so there's what you're gonna call return, there's what you're gonna call profit. And if you don't understand these things and you make an investment, you see you making money, and you're not understanding what's going on. So because if you have your mobile detailing business, you need to understand a lot of aspect in business. So pretty much where I want to help you guys to understand these things, and in order for you to know exactly how to run your business efficiently and without you burning yourself out. And I would love to help you guys out. If you find this information wasn't helpful, you guys, please don't forget to subscribe and leave your notification bell on. Based on the comments that I get in this video, I might come up with another video or two, because there's a lot of things that I want to share with you guys. But a lot of you might be saying, oh, I know all these things, I thought you was going to give me some more information than that. Well, I can tell you that a lot of people don't know, and they're not sure what they're running into. They just love the idea of starting a mobile detailing business. They didn't know that insurance is going to be an issue every month, gas is going to be an issue every month, chemicals is going to cost money every month, and yourself, you need to feed yourself if you are the one who's running your business and you're washing the cars. All of that comes with a cost, and you need to know exactly how much it's going to cost you in that month, and what you need to make in order for you to keep the business going and to be able to feed yourself, and for you to have money on the side in case if anything happens, and then room for growth also. Because if you washing the cars, you're only able to pay yourself, only able to buy equipment again, and you're not making progress, what are you doing? You're not in business. So pretty much that's the reason why I want to share this thing with you guys. Know exactly how much it costs you to run your business, and this is how much it would cost you to run your business. I didn't give you an exact number. I didn't give you like it's gonna cost you $10,000 to run your mobile detailing. That's not true. If I gave you a number, that means I lied to you, because I don't know how much it's gonna cost you to insure your car. I don't know how much it's gonna cost you to put gas. All that I know is here's how much it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you insurance money. It's gonna cost you gas. It's gonna cost you money to refill back your chemicals. It's gonna cost you money for yourself, because you need to feed yourself as well on the work. I'm pretty sure you can't work on an empty stomach. So all of that's going to be money from the company or money you pay yourself, which an expense. Again, it's liability for the business that you got running. And if anything break down, you need to have money on the side for that. You can't just burn everything that comes in. All of this is things that can help you to run your business in a long run. So if you ignore these things, I can guarantee you your business is not going to last. But if you take my advice, I guarantee you're going to have 10, 20 trucks that's doing nationwide mobile detailing. And you might even open your own store, whatever it is, because all these things are principle that people follow in true business that can make them grow become a very successful businessman. So with that being said, you guys, that is it for this video. And if you have liked this video, like I said again, comment, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. And your boy is out.